It's Get Up Mornings. I'm Erica Campbell, and Ketanji Brown Jackson has been confirmed to the Supreme Court. And today we are celebrating the history that was made last week. Joining me today is attorney Danielle Conley. She's the highest ranking black female attorney at the White House. She also played a major role in this process. Good morning, Attorney Conley.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well and so glad to have you with us this morning. Absolutely. So tell us about your role in the White House with this administration.
So I am Deputy Counsel to the President of the United States. I'm in the Office of the White House Counsel, which is basically like the President's mini law firm. And our team in the counsel's office has worked, with many across the White House on all aspects of the confirmation process for Judge Jackson. My role in particular is I'm the deputy to the President that's responsible for all of the legal issues related to the President's equity agenda, including racial justice, think voting and democracy, criminal justice reform, policing, and making sure that the government's federal programs work for all people, including underserved populations and black and brown populations.
Very nice.
Wow.
That's a pretty hefty job.
Man, you got a job, ma'am. I feel like we should kind of call her Your Honor or something, like kind of honor or something.
Griff, stop.
Jeez.
Listen, you've had the opportunity to work alongside Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson once President Biden announced that he would nominate a black woman to Supreme Court. What was it about Judge Jackson that made her President Biden's top pick?
Well, I think there's so many aspects to Judge Jackson that made it clear to the president that she should be the nominee, and she was the person best suited to take the next seat on the Supreme Court. So she has a just broad experience across the legal profession. She was a federal appellate court judge, a federal district court judge. She was a member of the U.S. Sentencing Commission. She was an attorney in private practice. She was a former federal public defender and would be the first justice on the court who's actually played a public defender role, which is huge. The court has never had that vantage point, and so the fact that she will bring that to the bench is something that's extremely significant. And, I think she's a really, really wonderful person. And the president was struck by her integrity, by her character, by her commitment to her faith and her family. All of these things just really did make her the full package.
Wow. So amazing. My co-host Griff has a question for you.
Man, Miss Danielle, I just have, first of all, we would like to give you your flowers. Highest ranking black female attorney at the White House. Like, what a wonderful dream that somebody can have listening to you right now. But between our morning show, what does it exactly mean for our country to have a black woman on the Supreme Court?
Listen, it means so much. It means so much. I mean, just stepping back, right? We've had 115 Supreme Court justices. Only 5 of those 115 have been women, and we've never had a black woman. So she's literally making history. Like yesterday was a history-making moment. Watching the first black woman vice president preside over the confirmation vote of the first black woman Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, that's a moment that goes down in the books. And I just think it's crucial for purposes of people and people in our communities having faith in our legal system, having faith in our justice system, that the judiciary, including all the way up to the Supreme Court, reflect the great diversity of this country.
We're talking to attorney Danielle Conley. She's the highest ranking African-American attorney in the White House. And we'll continue our conversation with her about Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation and what it means for our country when we come back. More with attorney Conley up next on Get Up Mornings. It's Get Up Mornings, y'all. I'm Erica Campbell, and today we are talking about the confirmation of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. History was made in our country last week, and here to talk with us about it is attorney Danielle Conley. She's the highest ranking African-American attorney in the White House. Thank you so much for being with us today, Attorney Conley. I have just a few more things I'd like to talk to you about today. Did you attend Ketanji Brown Jackson's hearing? And if you did, what was that experience like for her?
So I did attend the hearing, and, I would say it was one of these moments where Judge Jackson showed America exactly why the president chose her.
Yes.
Right? She
Yes.
demonstrated that she was more than qualified to serve on the court, and really did show incredible grace under pressure during over more than 20 hours of questioning. Right? And like, she had very thoughtful and calm responses, even in the face of contentious and sometimes rude questions. And she really did, sort of demonstrate not just her intellect, but also her temperament and the value that her experience will bring to the nation's highest court. So, I had so much joy just watching her in those hearings, because she was, not just incredibly prepared for that moment, but, it was clear that she's the right person for that job.
For sure, for sure. We're talking to Attorney Danielle Conley. She's the highest-ranking attorney in the White House. Griff, you had another question?
Miss Danielle, I'm just going to keep calling you Miss Danielle. Kind of, Your Honor.
Or you can call her Attorney Conley.
Attorney Conley.
Or Danielle is fine.
Danielle. I'm listening to you, and I'm hearing your proudness for KBJ, and I love KBJ. First of all, I'm getting so many shirts and things made. There's a picture of you actually crying. Tell us how you felt when that picture was taken.
Yeah, I think for me as a black woman, lawyer, I sort of grew up idolizing Justice Thurgood Marshall, and I, never really thought in my lifetime that I'd see a black woman be confirmed to the Supreme Court. So it was just so meaningful, right, to not just see it, but to actually have played a part in helping, to drive the confirmation forward. That for me personally was just so meaningful. I have two young black girls, 8 and 11, two daughters, who watched all of this unfold and who, really, they watch that and they go, I could be the vice president. I could be a justice on the Supreme Court, right? They know that, the sky is the limit. And I think that that's something that I certainly didn't we didn't have those kinds of role models like that growing up. And so I think, watching this from the perspective of young black girls really knowing that they can do anything is just such a meaningful moment. And so those tears were just really about capturing the fact that moment is about the power of representation and the fact that black women add value in every room and in all spaces, and we belong in every room and in all spaces. And I think that's what this nomination and confirmation certainly has meant to me personally.
Wow. We are so honored to have you with us today. Thank you for the work that you do, and thank you for being with us today. If you had a message that you would leave with us, what would it be?
I think my message is just we should all be celebrating this. This is a historical moment, and we should be filled with so much pride and joy about this lifetime appointment of the first black woman to the Supreme Court and what that means for our country. It really just is remarkable. So just capture the joy.
We will capture the joy. I love that.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are honored to have you and so happy for Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Thank you for being with us on Get Up Mornings.
We love you, Danielle.
You're always
Thank
welcome
you.
here.
Thank you. Love you, Griff. Love you, Erica. Thank you.
Love you too. Y'all stick around. It gets better and better right here on Get Up Mornings.